The reason the vision extension is so important for the police department is the growth of the city has just outpaced our ability to provide quality service. And one of the things that's important to our community is that we keep providing a high level of professional service. From this extension, we're looking to add 20 police officers, 4 per year over 5 years, and all the associated equipment, which is also a significant additional expense. Vehicles, computers, radios, and the other peripherals that they have to do their job well. It's going to make a tremendous difference. For a city this size, that's going to get us much closer to where we should be in terms of service delivery. The other thing that's important in a community is that we have the time to be proactive. People want officers to come to homeowners association meetings, block parties, special events downtown. That goes beyond the normal calls for service, and we want to make sure we have enough employees that we can deliver that as well, because I think that keeps a very positive impact in the community. We're really up against our capacity now. The next step for the police department is we're going to have to look at service delivery. Which things should we continue to do and which things do we need to cut? Because we are getting to the point that we can no longer do everything that we're asked to do. And so those are going to be the next steps if we can't make this happen. It's very critical because we live in a wonderful place, and the men and women that work across this government, I think, contribute to that. And it's our job to keep them properly equipped and properly staffed so they can keep delivering a high level of service.
For you who may not be aware of the Build a Better Broken Arrow Committee, we are a citizens group that is responsible for looking at and helping provide counsel to the city on bond issues. And then once these issues are formulated, help to promote them. One of the members of our committee was part of the group that helped create the proposals that will be on the ballot on the 10th. Our group is thrilled to be able to say we 100% endorse these issues. They go directly to the heart of what makes this community so special to live and work. It goes to the heart of what will keep us the most desirable place in Oklahoma to be.
The population of the city of Broken Arrow continues to grow, and that growth has led to an increased call volume for the fire department, and we need additional staffing to be able to serve our citizens at the high level that we currently do. Over the last 10 years, the Broken Arrow Fire Department has seen an 88% increase in our call volume. The renewal of the vision extension will allow us to serve the citizens at the high level that they're accustomed to. If the vision renewal is not passed by the citizens, we will continue to serve at the high level that we can, but it will affect call volume, our response times. With the vision renewal, the fire department will be hiring 20 new firefighters. With those 20 new firefighters, we'll be opening additional stations, which will help serve our citizens much better. The vision renewal is absolutely critical to help us sustain the high levels of services to all of our citizens. Whether it's police or fire or streets, it's very important to the city that we take these proactive measures. Not only are we able to provide personnel with the vision renewal, but also apparatus and technology. Our fleet of vehicles is aging, and we need to put firefighters in new equipment that they're able to perform the duties that the citizens need them to.
And what you're standing in now is the Emergency Operations Center. So in the event of severe weather, impending severe weather, we man this office, make sure that we have good, accurate lead time for severe storms and severe weather. The room that you see back there is the amateur radio room. These are ham radio operators. I've got several volunteers. Right now, there's a lot of construction going on there as well. It's a perfect time of year to be putting in new antennas and new radios because, let's face it, this time of year we don't have a lot of severe weather. So that's all being done in there right now. This office back here is a EOC conference room. If I need to bring city officials in and we need to talk about storm reports and damage in various locations, we can go have a place to have a conference. Also in there is what we call the encoder for our storm sirens. We have 56 storm sirens located throughout the city, and that's basically where I go to push the button to activate the outdoor warning system. We do have some redundancy built up. in dispatch. We also have an encoder in there that has the same capability to set off those storm sirens. In the event that we're too busy out here, I can get on the radio and tell them to activate the storm sirens so we can get them done from 2 or 3 locations throughout the city.
This is 911 dispatch in here.
This is 911 in here, correct. Okay. Any questions, folks, about the EOC?
Do all the sirens go off at the same time?
Yes. Yeah, we have the capability to do that, but I'd rather err on the side of caution. In Broken Arrow, if I'm on one warrant, I'm going to warn everybody.
What do you do when you hear them? First thing you
Understand that the outdoor warning system has been around for years and years and years. The old civil defense tones and things like that. I remember as a kid growing up. So it's an old system, and it's. I'm not going to say it's outlived its usefulness, but in today's day and age with technology and smartphones and everything else, it's kind of hard not to be informed of what's going on around you. They're actually designed to warn you if you are outdoors. So if I'm out changing the oil on my truck or waxing my motorcycle and I hear that, I know to go indoors and turn on the TV and find out what's going on around me. And that's what it's designed to do, is to make you alert and to tell you to go seek additional information.
and if you're driving,
And if you're driving,
go
yes,
pull over.
find
Find a
shelter.
safe place.
Find shelter. Right?
Behind you is the 911 center. We have a total of 23 communication staff. That's call takers and dispatchers combined. We have 4 call takers, which all they do is answer the phones. 911 is the priority, obviously, and then the non-emergency line is the second priority. At any given time, we have a minimum of 3 on duty during slow hours, up to 6 during high call volume hours, which would be evening time, usually afternoon or 1 o'clock in the afternoon up until 9, 10 o'clock at night. In Broken Arrow, if you dial 911 from your landline phone and you're within the city limits, then no problem, you're going to get Broken Arrow 911 without an issue. And we're going to know immediately with Enhanced 911 where you are, where you're calling from, what your name is if you're the person that lives there. If you're calling from a wireless phone, which is now 50% of our calls at least, depending on where you are in the city and which tower you're hitting, you have the chance of getting us, or you have the chance of getting Tulsa or Bixby or even Catoosa. It gives us longitude and latitude as how your cellular phone handles giving us location. So it gives us an approximate location, anywhere from 80 to 100 feet up to 500 feet or to a quarter mile. So it all depends on your wireless, who your wireless server is, where the tower is, etc. The next generation, we will take the GPS off of your phone and we'll have an exact location on you. But that's a lot of money, and that's still a few years out. But obviously everybody's going to have to go to that because no one has landlines anymore almost. With our system, if you dial 911, the operator who picks up the phone right then is going to take your information. They're going to answer Broken Arrow 911, what is the location of your emergency? And that person handles your call from then on out as far as putting the information in the computer. As that call taker is putting the information in, at real time, the dispatcher over here on the right-hand side, the call takers are over here on your left. The dispatchers who dispatch your police officers and your fire EMS personnel are over here on your right. So it's the call taker who's standing up right now taking a call, inputs the information directly into the computer. The dispatcher, either the police or fire dispatcher, depending on which type of call it is getting it real time. Our goal is to, from the time the call taker answers 911 until you have either a fireman or a police officer coming to you, is 60 seconds. We had a armed robbery of the Family Drug at 101st and Elm a couple weeks ago. From the time the call taker answered 911, Broken Arrow 911, till the officer was en route was 28 seconds. So we pride ourselves on that, and actually we caught the guy. He got as far as 91st Street, and the officer had him in his sights. With other departments, like Tulsa next door, when you dial 911, the first person you get says, Tulsa 911, do you need police, fire, or medical? If you say fire or medical, if you need medical, they're going to transfer you to IMSA. So you get another couple of rings, and then you get IMSA, what's the location of your emergency? That adds time, that adds precious seconds. So we pride ourselves in being able to, whoever answers your call is going to handle that. We're not going to pass you off to somebody else. We have automatic vehicle locators in all of the police cars, I think fire vehicles as well. So we know at all times where our vehicles are. Soon, with money, we're going to connect that with the computer-aided dispatch, and the computer will immediately tell the dispatcher who the closest unit is to that call. So that should speed up our response time as well.
You know, I've been here over 14 years now, and I can tell you one thing that I can talk about Broken Arrow is the support in the community with public service. I think it's the greatest city. I live in Broken Arrow. I think it's the greatest community to work in and to live in and to serve. So I think we get excellent service from them. I hope we provide them with the best service they could get from any other city.
It was wonderful to come out and actually see how our tax dollars are spent, and actually get some hands-on. It was fun to meet the officers, to meet the Chief BOGGS, and to meet the fire chief. The impression is I'm always very much in awe of anyone who serves our community. I'm sorry, I get emotional. My brother's a firefighter, so they go out every day and they put their life on the line, whether they carry a gun, whether they carry a hose, it doesn't matter. The 911 was very impressive. One thing I learned that was very important was that it's combination 911 for fire and police. You call depending on whatever your emergency is, it's one place. They will get your call answered immediately. They don't pass you on. That was impressive. I was impressed by the number of machines that those people have to keep an eye on. Once people come out and they see what these people are faced with every day and what their tax dollars pay for and what is available to us, the services that are available to us, be it non-emergency or emergency, I think, and then as those people tell someone and then tell someone, I think that helps. But as a rule, I think it's kind of one of those, you don't know what you have until you need it. And once you need it, then people become aware of it.